What's up, everybody? Welcome to the weekly wrap-up with Councilwoman Jamie Torres and DJ Konz. What's up, Jamie? How's it going?
Oh, it's good. Happy Friday. It feels cooler.
Happy Friday. Yeah, the weather's been nice. I'm not complaining at all. I love the sun, but I love the cool at the same time. So
I'm a fall girl, Colorado in the fall. Good to see you, Konz. Happy Friday.
Yeah, happy Friday. Good to see you as well.
Welcome, everyone. This is the weekly wrap-up for Council District 3 with me and DJ Konz. Welcome, and let's get into it. There were a couple really cool things that happened in council this week. The first was we recognized the 9th annual Indigenous Peoples Day in Denver City Council with a proclamation, and we were joined by members of the American Indian Commission and Ruby Sanchez. Ruby is a survivor of boarding schools. It was emotional, it was powerful, and it was just such an honor to have her in chambers. So I want to thank the commission and as always for partnering with me on this annual proclamation, and we're working on making it a real paid city holiday, so that'll be next.
Nice.
Yes.
That is awesome.
And then we passed a contract that's going to start doing the micro-transit program in West Denver. So we're going to have actual transit service that you can call in West Denver that isn't the bus. It is our own transit that will take you to places in West Denver that you need to get to. So we'll share more information about that, but we passed the contract, so it'll be coming up really soon, and I'm really excited about that. Right now, Montbello has it, and Globeville, Elyria, Swansea have it. So this is all in areas where transit within neighborhoods and between neighborhoods is kind of poor. So a big, wonderful program that we're glad to welcome into West Denver.
Nice. That's awesome.
And so we've got kind of 3 good areas that we're going to talk about, but Konz, we're inundated with election ads right now, so we know we're in the middle of election season.
Oh, yeah.
And oh my gosh, if you don't know what's on the ballot, I got my ballot on Saturday. It is huge. No matter where you live, it's probably a giant ballot. So, but if you need a sample one, if yours hasn't arrived yet, or you just have questions about what's on it and what to do, if you have an issue, if it never arrives, go online to denvervotes.org. That has all the answers to all the questions that you have.
Yeah, in District 3, it's time. We're ready to vote. It's time to get ready to vote. I know you're ready to vote, so let's go do it. Let's change the world and make an impact on the future. This is a critical, I think, all around critical election. We're looking at some very, I'm gonna just say it, historical times like we've never seen before. So voting is important, and keeping the right people in office is important, and getting the ones that don't need to be there out.
Well said.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of issues on the ballot. So there's 14 state issues, and there are even 10 Denver issues. So it's a big ballot. Take your time with it. Ask questions, people you trust, what they know about the things. You can even reach out to our office if you have questions about anything on the Denver ballot. But we're fully covered when it comes to where to take your ballot. There are 3 full-service centers at Lama Rec Center, Corky Gonzalez Library, and Barnum Rec Center. Those are places you can go in, and there's going to be someone there to answer your question.
Yeah, sorry about that. Would we be able to drop off like our family members' ballots as well?
100%.
Awesome.
If you filled out your ballot, there are 24-hour drop boxes, and they are located at Auraria Campus, another one at Corky, Rudy Rec Center, Barnum Rec Center, and the Westwood Community Center. And Konz, you can take up to 10 ballots at a time during the election to any Dropbox location. So you can deliver other people's ballots as well as your own. So November 1st, there'll be folks at a mobile station at Empower Field, and November 4th, they'll be at Revision. Election day is November 5th. So don't let it catch up on you, and all of a sudden you're trying to figure out what to do on election day, and you have a big scary ballot in front of you. Take your time with it. Spend a Saturday, whatever you got to do, but make sure you get it in.
Yeah, and real quick, just check with your neighbors that can't make it to the ballot box. Double check with them as well. I think it's a courtesy. I mean, no matter who they're voting for, it's a good neighborly thing. Your elderly neighbors are those that may not be able to make it to drop their ballots off for them. So,
thank you for saying that, Konz. That's
absolutely.
exactly right. All right. So October until lately has been kind of warm, but leaves are falling.
Yeah. And I'm loving the cooler mornings. I got to be honest with you. Waking up, I love the summer, but waking up on a hot morning is kind of like, oh no. And it's amazing. I'm loving the weather, and I can't complain.
I can't either.
Nice. I got a sweater on, so hey, it's time.
Sweater weather. So this is a good reminder of the leaf drop program, and it is now open. So you have a chance to drop off your leaves and your pumpkins, and they'll all be turned into compost. Rather than putting them into the landfill, please don't put them in your trash bucket. So this is a really great opportunity, because then we use compost soil in our gardens and landscape. And people pay for this, and we'll be able to get it for free at some point. So just want to remind folks, please don't put it in your trash bin. If you have a composting bin, put it in there. That's where your soil goes, where your old pumpkins can go. So just a good reminder on that one.
Yeah, and don't forget to drop off your leaves or even your Halloween pumpkin scraps. And are they doing a drop off in D3 as well?
Yeah, so the location closest to District 3 residents is going to be in the Valverde neighborhood, and it's going to be at the Central Platte campus, which is at 1271 West Bayard. We'll put that specific location in the chat below, but you go through the gates on Bayard and right around Navajo, and you go past the animal shelter to dumpsters in front of Building 2. So we'll put all of these directions, GPS you all the way there. And it's going on now through November 30th. And they're open from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Nice.
Yes. So there's also a coupon that you can download to get a 5-pack of big compostable paper leaf bags at Ace Hardware stores. So we will put information about that one. But remember, they don't open until November 2nd, and then they close on November 30th.
Yep. Get your leaves and pumpkins in. And make them give back to the soil, to the earth.
And then, Konz, we always talk about our amazing visual artists in District 3.
Absolutely.
But sometimes we don't spend enough time talking about musicians. You've been amazing to introduce us to some great musicians through this weekly wrap-up. But one of the great ones that we have in the district, you are one of the great ones that we have in the district.
Thank you so much.
And we want to cultivate more, right? And so I want to tell you about the great work that Youth on Record does.
Yeah, absolutely. And I got to tell you, I've done a ton of work with Youth on Records. I got a ton of friends that work there, a ton of artists and young artists that have gone through there. And let me tell you, my son performed there, him and his buddy, and we performed there, and it's a blast, for your kids. So take advantage. Kids out there, if you're listening, parents, get your kids involved. If they're into music, that is one of the best ways to get them set on a path, a career path of making it really happen. So yeah, hats off to Youth on Records and everybody down there. Hats off Bubba Fly and everybody.
And so students are getting in the flow of school. It's a great time for them to start digging into after-school programs, and Youth on Record provides an open lab. So this is a free after-school program for kids from ages of 20 to 14 who might be interested in music production, song recording, music lessons, and artist development. So the program allows young artists to use a recording studio for free, and they get support learning how more about creating great music. And that's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 3:30 to 6:30. And you can look them up, but we will always share their website in the comments below. And we can never forget our good friend Kenny Perez, who interned with us and sat in on our weekly wrap-ups. He's done a lot of really wonderful work with Youth on Record.
Yeah, and he's out here flourishing as an artist. So, shout out Kenny, and shout out Youth on. Just want to say, you kids, the youth, if you get a chance to go down there, if you've never been there, go down. If you want to work in a real studio with a board and 2 sound rooms, go learn and enjoy it. It's a good way to if you really love this, start your career and get involved.
And they make it feel so comfortable and accessible, right? Like it's a really welcoming space.
Absolutely. All the young artists there are amazing. There's no ego. It's just creativity and fun. So hats off to them for what they're curating and cultivating down there, honestly.
Awesome. Well, that's it from me, Konz. You have any announcements or shout outs?
No, just getting closer to, the Halloween, Dia de los Muertos. We got big events coming up for that will make more announcements here in the future. But hats off to everybody in D3. Hats off the team, and have a safe, happy Friday and a safe weekend. And we'll see you next week here on the Weekly Wrap Up.
Thanks, everyone.
Have a good one, everybody.